Welcome to tonight's session of Gears of Revolution. I am AGM Richard, and with me are your constables. AJ playing Sanai, Lane playing Alexias, Lauren playing Vinny, Kim playing Dahlia, Fitz playing Emmanuel, and Frank playing Quobbol and Nagy. Before we get started, as always, a few quick announcements. If you are in Chicago, Jacksonville, or Detroit, and are looking to play some D&D or any other tabletop role-playing game, check out our website at roughnagicgames.com. You can either join us at our Drinking and Dragging events that are hosted throughout the cities, at various bars, or possibly some libraries, or hire a GM to play whatever system you've been dying to play. You can also check out our YouTube and Twitch channels and subscribe and follow us on both. All of our previous streams are up there along with some other fun stuff. If you have an Amazon Prime membership, please feel free. You get a free Twitch subscription. Use it on us because we're the coolest and we would appreciate your support. Upcoming streams are this Thursday. We have Shadowrun Emerald Glitch, which has been running for a couple of weeks now. It's a lot of fun, so check us out if you can. It's going to be great. It is great. I've tuned in just this past week briefly. It was a lot of fun. So check it out. We have a few cons coming up. In May, we have Motor City Con in Detroit, in Michigan, somewhere around Detroit, I believe. But this coming weekend, which is April, someone help me with the calendar. What is it? It's April 11th, 12th, and 13th. Thank you. We are at C2E2 here in Chicago. So definitely give us a check out. We are hosting a ton of games that are free. All you have to do is pay for your C2E2 badge. So while you'd like to check out some of the other booths at the con, check us out there. We have a lot of games running over there. And you can sign up for our games on our website. So go to our website, check us out, sign up for some games. We have a wide variety of things from 5th edition D&D to our own new system that we are working on and testing. That one of our co-owners, Michael Danovich, has been working on. It's an incredible thing. I've been I read a few excerpts of it here and there. It's great. Check it out. That's this coming weekend. Let me see if there's any other things I wanted to mention. I can't think of anything else. So definitely check us out there. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and jump into this week's session of Gears of Revolution. When we were last here, the constables were assigned a new mission to capture Duchess Ethelyn, who had taken her own personal army and captured a Denoran-held fort on Axis Island in the Aerosol archipelago. The group planned, and they made some plans, dealt with some unforeseen complications, but eventually made their way to the island proper, dealing with a minor, not a child, a minor, and making their way deeper into the island itself. They had a few options of how to approach the island fortress that they knew they needed to. And, oh, hello, Kitty. Sorry, I was distracted. They chose to make their way through a mine complex to try and reach the other side of the mountains, rather than taking the road around or heading over the mountains themselves. They ended up doing fairly well and crossing over the mountains. And eventually reached the other side, where thanks to some rather unorthodox thinking, well, I guess orthodox for this group, but unorthodox for this GM thinking, they managed to scare off some of Duchess Ethelyn's forces and cleared the path for them to make the final trek towards the fortress itself. Along the way, though, they did experience what could best be described as a weird planar fluctuation, where they suddenly found themselves on a different world, looking at a different sun, with different vegetation, different foliage, all of that, before being shunted back into their world. Things are weird here. How weird they might get is yet to be seen. With that, we will pick up with the group having exited the mine complex. And off in the distance, they've kind of exited over what looks to be a mountain, the side of a mountain, where you can see a path leading downwards into what looks to be a forested kind of area. But off in the distance, you can see the fort itself. which looks to be a walled, completely walled on all sides. And there's, when it hits the ocean, there's a sea gate that surrounds it on all sides. You can see a lighthouse shining out over the sea. And you can see what looks to be a fort in the center of this, an interior fort in the center of this, that is surrounded by a lot of vegetation, as it were. You know it's probably going to take you probably another 2 hours or so before you reach the fort proper, and you will end up having to deal with whatever defenses the Duchess has set up over there, whatever complications there may be. And so with that, I will throw it over to all of you with a decision of how you would like to handle things from here on out. You have a 2-hour journey until you reach the fort.
Oh, it'd be really great if that away team was still alive.
Yeah, wouldn't it just?
I'm just going to say, what everyone else is thinking, that would have been nice. Sanai?
Oh, everything will be fine. Do not worry, friends. I'm sure we'll all do this very easily. We're incredibly competent.
Been lucky so far.
Lucky, competent, it's all the same thing, right?
As long as it gets done, we don't
It's
die.
true. That is the good thinking. This is why you are the captain.
I don't want to be the captain. All right.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, nobody else can be the captain here. Like, do you want me to be the captain? That's a bad decision.
All right. How are we gonna do this?
Okay. So it's surrounded by, we see the fort and it's surrounded by vegetation, you said, GM?
So the path to the fourth mountain will take you down into like a forested, well, not forest, jungle area. So you have
Okay.
some cover before you reach the fort proper. But I will say, why don't you make me a perception? Anyone would like to can make me a perception check.
Oh, yes, because mine is not that great. So I think many of us should do this.
I'll gladly make a perception check.
Give us a good possibility of getting something.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ah, we got an
Hell
extra
yeah,
20 from
Dahlia.
Dahlia. All right.
Oh, these are great.
Got
Yeah,
some
these
very,
guys were
very
we're
good
spending our
rolls.
luck too
Wow,
early.
we must be all
The best
so
rolls of the
powerful.
night.
That's
We
it.
We're
We
all
gotta
so
cool it.
powerful, and nothing will go wrong for us ever.
Frank.
Awesome. All right, great. So, did any of you buy a spyglass? Nope. Okay.
No.
And the only person who's able to really get a view on this is Dahlia.
God bless.
And you cast your gaze out. It's just a matter of distance rather than anything else. You can all see the fort itself. You can all see that it's surrounded on all sides by walls. There does appear to be a gate that you can see. You're too far away right now to tell if there's people near the gate or people on the walls themselves or anything. But I would say, imagine, if you would, a hexagon. It's sort of hexagon shaped with hexagon's 5 sides, right? Yeah. 3 sides on land, 2, or is it 6 sides?
6 sides. A pentagon is 5.
Yeah. It's the
All right,
hex.
6 sides, 3 sides on land, 3 on water. And the water is just this, it's just this walls that look to be a good 40 feet high or so. So it'd be very, very difficult to climb. Dahlia, you can see just the very faint hints of movement on these walls themselves. You think that you can actually spy as you kind of look over it and try to gauge, like, is there maybe a pattern of like patrols or something? You do see a pattern, and you think you've spotted a place where a wall that isn't very heavily patrolled.
All right. I think we've got our spot. With
What's that now?
with a little bit of luck and a little bit of sneaking, I think we can maybe get to that wall.
What, the wall that is patrolled?
But there's like, it's less patrolled than the other places.
Oh, okay.
Still going to need to be careful, but hopefully less likely we'll get caught there.
Are we sneaking there?
Oh yeah, we got to sneak.
We
don't
should
we?
probably be a bit sneaky.
Generally, I think throughout the rest of this, well,
The
we're on
whole plan
island.
should be
we stay
should be
sneaky.
sneak.
I know you're not good at it, but we gotta try.
I will try not to let you down, and if I do a whoopsie and get caught, you can move forward and just leave me behind. It's fine. I'll be a distraction.
Let's put a pin in that and
All
deal with it if it happens. All right.
Boat talk.
Boat talk. We'll talk.
I think
I'll have to
Okay.
be
the
so
fellow
good.
constantly saying
Yeah,
it's not going to be helpful is kind of boat talk, right?
It's not the time right now to unpack that.
Shit. I can do this.
Okay. So if you're all going to sneak there, I guess the question I'm going to ask you all is: you all want to be clustered together and sneaky, and do you want to spread out a little bit?
Oh, what a question.
That
I'm
feels
going to say
loaded.
this. I'm going to say this. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. The advantage of being spreading out a little bit is that if you are spotted, you're only going to spot very few people and letting other people be hidden. The disadvantage is you'll be spread out a little bit, so it might take you a while or maybe a round or two to get to your people. It's up to you.
Who wants to be in my group for sneaking?
What can I guess I do have I should wait to use the scroll of silence, actually. Even though it'll make you very quiet, I should probably wait to use that for when we have to fight.
How long does that last for? Because if you could just put that on and I'm quiet forever, I mean, I have lots of things to say. I would prefer
No,
not to be silenced.
I wouldn't want to silence you forever. That sounds that sounds bad. It's only a minute.
Oh, no, then that sounds like not for this kind of.
Not for this, maybe.
That's perfect. I could just be quiet. I run very far, and then I can still talk to you guys later.
Let's try without first. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
Have it
easy.
ready to
And then,
go.
we need it. Back to the. Are we all together or in
Out, yeah.
spread out?
Well, some of us are going to be better at this than others.
Right. And if we spread out, then maybe we cannot help each other as much
Right.
in being sneaky.
Right.
Or we put our best stealthers with our worst stealthers, and then maybe
Low of averages.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is also fair.
So who would that actually be?
I'm sneaky.
I'm relatively sneaky.
I'm also relatively sneaky.
I just exist.
And we're so glad you do.
I think yes. Deep to my soul, I just exist as well.
Okay, so it sounds then like our option is to go in one group or in 3 pairs.
Yes. I think the 3 pairs might work.
Okay.
Why 3? I guess I do not understand. What are we going to 3 separate locations, or are we just trying to keep the groups as small as possible?
I think it's to successfully sneak because one big group of, people
Right.
for getting caught versus 3 groups of 2 people hiding in the mud.
Right. If we're going to split up,
No more
And-
than
go separately, or at least spread out, we should do it in as small groups as possible so that if someone gets caught, it's the least amount of us as possible gets caught.
Okay, well, so we should split up. I have healing. Sanai, you can heal sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Emmanuel, you had healing potions.
Yes.
And we're the
Okay.
three worst, so then
Right.
we pair up with you guys.
Exactly.
Heal. So I think that's smart.
Mhm.
All right.
I
Great.
do want to say
Fine.
that we got a lot of healing potions from the boat people before they all had an accident. So we should all have healing potions.
Yes.
do.
And it went very well for them, these healing potions, didn't it?
Well,
Yes, they split up and went ahead, and they went fine.
healing potions
Aye,
can only do so
aye.
much. They don't prevent
you're-
rock slides.
If you're crushed, you can't really take a potion.
That's a good. Well, I was more talking about the sneaking and splitting up, but that's a good point.
And so we're sneaking up this wall. Are we climbing up the wall, or are we?
This is a great question because if we
Yes.
get there at different times, we should know what we're going to do.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm good at climbing.
I actually can climb pretty okay.
You know what I have? And Dahlia, this may be good to give to you at some point.
Mhm.
I have a grappling bolt. So
Okay.
you can tie it to a rope and fire it from a crossbow.
Oh,
I think that's a fantastic idea. And if you take that, I should go with you, as I have very scrawny arms and am at a very strong disadvantage with regards to climbing things.
you know, I also have some, for some reasons, I have a feather that turns into a ladder for some, I don't know where that came
Well,
from.
can't you fly?
I can jump
You can
Well,
fly.
and fly a little bit, yeah.
You can fly a little bit, right? So there's that. There's your
You
soul.
can fly?
A little bit because of the thing we got.
The
Oh,
bird.
Oh yes.
I thought you could do it this whole
Like,
time and I didn't know. That was very
That not just like regular style. I can't do that all the time.
okay.
No, just once.
See.
If I have 2 grappling bolts, I can give one to someone. I think Dahlia should have one because they're for a crossbow.
I'm little. I think Emmanuel should just throw me over.
I was going to say I can throw the smaller people, and it'll be fine.
How high is the wall?
I'm very
How
strong.
high is the wall?
And I'm
40
very
feet.
little.
It's 40
40.
feet.
40?
Climb.
Easy.
He's not a catapult.
4 feet. That's what he's saying. No, not 4 feet. That doesn't make sense.
That wouldn't be a wall. That would be barely.
He's
like
cutting
a
out a little
feather.
bit for me. That's fair.
Well, for some
Yeah,
of us,
yeah,
it's
The
taller
wall
than it.
ends.
4
Alright.
feet.
I can do it. It's a okay. Listen,
I
This is
feel like
getting
that's a little less low key, just having people
Yeah.
launched over a wall, you know?
That's fair.
So- yeah, I mean, I have a grappling hook and I have a
Okay.
feather that turns into a ladder, but it's only 20 feet long, so that won't work.
I have rope. I have a forged document in my inventory for some reason.
I remember why you have that forged document.
I don't.
Remember when you
I-
tried to get that receipt?
Oh yes, no, I remember now. That was a good plan.
Sure.
I have a water skin. I have some torches. I have soap.
Okay, so it sounds like
You do have soap.
I do.
When I was looking at the wall, does it seem like that's the best way in is to climb over it, or is it something? Did I see like maybe there's an opening somewhere to sneak around the wall?
The only opening to get into the wall is through this gate, which you
Yeah.
can assume is guarded.
Right.
There's 2 gates, one on the land side and one on the seaside. The seaside's the one you want to open. So
Yeah.
our other option is to go through the front gate.
I feel like that would be a bad idea. Just a full
Not
front-
if we look like guards. And I show you my potions.
Oh, do you have enough of those
around.
for everybody?
I have enough for 2 other people, and I can do it myself.
Well, that might be something.
Yeah, I have. So I put it in the Let's Work Together and Discord, but I have infiltrators elixirs. I have 2 of them that I
Alright.
can give to y'all.
Well,
And it'll change your appearance for 10 minutes.
Well, we could do two different groups. One is an infiltration party through the gate, and one is a sneaking party through the forest
Are we
jungle.
talking about splitting up, are we?
We were already talking about splitting up. I do want to just
Well,
say that.
no, not as bad, but
Then he looks very excited about
I
something.
have an idea.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
good. Does
Don't
it involve
See
your...
that? This worked so well. Okay, what if we take the potions, then there's 3 guard people, and then you guys take 2 of us as prisoners, and then one person's like hiding in the tree nearby as like Dahlia with a crossbow or something. And so then we just walk in and say, hey, we caught these guys being bad. We got to open the gate because there's something, you know.
I have a question. What if they don't recognize us because there's probably a small party and they'll be like, who are these 3 new guards we've never met? And also, what if there's like a password that we don't know?
Well,
There's like 50 to 100 of them, maybe. So, like, how
well do they know each other?
yeah, I could command them to do it.
Also,
Okay.
we don't know. Why would they have passwords out here? There's nobody else out here. They're alone on this island.
These are all excellent counterpoints, and I withdraw my objection.
That was just an idea. We don't have to do it.
I like that idea. Here's the thing. We're essentially between wall or gate. So we just have to pick one.
You guys went along with my last idea, so I'm leaving it to you. I will not have it, I got to be scary and that was enough.
I don't love exposing ourselves to them guards, but 40 feet is a long ways to climb.
Right. That is what I'm concerned about.
so
I look for gates.
Okay. Do I have some idea of how many guards are out there ish right now?
Not from this distance. I mean, you could see, you know that the walls are pretty well patrolled. You can't quite see the gate from this angle, so you're not sure over there either. We definitely have to get closer for that. I'm gonna advise some people to look at their inventories. Typically, spellcasters should look at their inventories.
Uh-oh.
We do have a scroll
Maybe
that
silly.
will let us maybe make a hole through a wall.
Oh,
Actually, it's in the party stash.
Oh, that's
stash.
what it is.
Okay, well, that solves a lot of problems.
I forgot. It's been 2 weeks.
solve a lot of problems.
This is the
That's
thing.
an option.
We have to know what we can do before we make decisions. I
Yeah.
retract my gate vote. I now vote for hole.
I think we save the disguise and catching each other thing as like a backup if we get caught. We
Excellent
down them and go, look, we got these guys.
Excellent. Wow.
All right. So we're back to splitting into pairs and sneaking over to the wall, and then we.
I do want to say, I believe you can only do the magic wall hole once. We will also need to, once we get through the camp, need to get to where the Duchess is. So I'm just saying, if
Let's
we
focus
can.
on getting in first.
Okay.
We have
I
3
see
of
the
those magic passage scrolls.
What?
I think we don't need to save anything. If we don't use it now, when are we going to use it?
I agree.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
I pretend to smoke a cigarette. What do you say that?
Mais oui, cher. Mon petit chou. You speak such wisdom. Okay. Yeah.
One of the
So-
funniest endearments, my little cabbage.
It is my
That's what
local
it
idiom.
means, but it's a term of endearment in French. It's really weird.
This is what we say back home. I do not know how to say it.
Okay. So are we splitting up for stealth? Getting to the wall. First person gets there. Puts the hole in the wall, and then I'll crawl through.
How long does the hole last?
I think it's just a hole once it's a hole, isn't it?
Oh, it just stays.
Don't know. You look at it.
I believe it lasts for an hour.
Oh, that's plenty of time to stick through a
hour-long
hole.
hole.
We aren't splitting up super far either. We're just like
No,
going
it's
in
like
essentially like
kind
quick
of-
teams, right? Like a couple of minutes and then the next
Yeah.
team go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So who's with who? I think that our best and worst should go
Emmanuel.
together.
Best and worst.
If I can make
Mhm.
a suggestion, because I can actually see people's stealth scores, you said you want to do lowest and highest.
Yeah.
And I know some of the best are Dahlia, Alexias, and Quobbol.
Right, right. So the three of us
So
are going
are
to go with
those
the
Quobbol.
any specific groups you want?
I'll go with Quobbol.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Bubble. Sanai, you with me?
Sounds great.
Great.
Let's go, Emmanuel. We got this.
I'm
Oh,
I'm going to whisper so that I can start the sneaking early.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
So
What if
the
you
first,
just stopped talking to be really sneaky?
Sassy.
It is not
sassy.
me at all.
I still remember you said I didn't know what the stars were, so
Never forget. Okay.
doing it.
All right. So you're splitting up into 3 separate groups.
Yeah.
You split up a little bit. Put some distance between the groups. You said 15 feet, about 15, 20 feet.
Yes,
apart.
just little bit of distance.
A little.
Great.
50 foot.
So I would like everyone to roll me sneak check in the basic action macros because it's hidden.
We're gonna do just fine.
It's going to be great.
Big money. Come on.
Oh, I did the wrong one.
I hate not knowing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Vinny, can you re-roll that using the
Yeah.
basic action macro? I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it with
I
this.
realized I did the wrong one and then I did it public.
Oh, you know what? I rolled seek, not sneak on accident. So give me 1 second. I will redo that. My bad.
Me too.
So good. We're doing great.
It's all fine.
I'm glad you said something because I was like, +10. Wow.
I was like, why is this so low for me? I was like, oh, that's why, because it's the wrong button.
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
Good.
Nat 20s across the board. We're so
yeah,
good.
every single
Sneaky.
one of us got a natural 20.
I just want to say that I have a +0 to that roll.
We
So-
know.
You got a natural 20.
Let us hope so.
You don't
I
have a
will
negative.
say- I will say
Did
at least
someone-
one of you got a natural 20.
Yay!
Oh, there you go.
Well,
And
there's
it-
six, there's six
It
of
was
us, and it's a
Emmanuel.
5% chance.
And
Sure.
one of you
Yeah,
got
let's
a
hope
natural
so.
1. So
I knew it. I knew that was coming
Oh,
on
it's our
this.
strongest and our weakest. We can beat them.
Who got the one? It was me.
We got the 1.
It's probably me.
I have
because
low.
I can roll over a
I
3.
got a bad feeling.
I want to know our strongest and our weakest so we can suss them out. Who did it?
I guess we'll find out.
you,
8.
you begin to head off. I'm going to assume Emmanuel and Dahlia are in the lead. That would be
I
my
think that's
assumption.
best. Yeah.
Because Emmanuel's
Sure.
Emmanuel, yeah. Who
Yeah.
would be the second group, trailing a little bit behind?
We'll go second.
Okay, Alexias and Sanai, then Vinny and Quobbol in the back. So you head out, you start splitting up, giving yourself some distance between each of you, maybe a good 20 seconds or so before the next one of you goes, and you begin heading down the side of the mountain into the jungle. Yes, Fitz?
It probably doesn't help, but Goodfellow being the biggest by far would probably like get down as low as he can onto his stomach almost, and is trying to just like root his way following Dahlia through the foliage.
Like a truffle pig.
Yeah, something like that. Worst case scenario, I get muddy and it's harder to see me. There's no downside to this.
Mhm.
There is a downside to hiding in the mud, let me tell you.
As long as I don't pretend to be some sort of eldritch being, then I'm great.
As you all watch Dahlia and Emmanuel head
No.
forth, Emmanuel crouching low.
No.
Dahlia is spending more time correcting Emmanuel's
Oh no.
attempts at sneaking that she is making more noise than she ever has.
Oh my
before.
god. From the 20 to the 1, I said.
Oh no.
All downhill for me.
Here's the other one. No. Beanie, then up next is Alexias and Sanai. You actually wrote the exact same, both of you. Which is nice. The two of you just like pair up and head off. Like hiding behind some rocks and the beginnings of some foliage as you head down the mountain path. Quobbol, you turn to look and Beanie is gone.
Yay! You did it!
I am the sneakiest. I am the sneakiest.
They are vanished. Alright, so you all head out. It's going to take a couple of hours before you arrive there. So if there's anything you all wanted to do, so I know that Beanie and Quobbol,
Yes.
the two of you, Beanie, I know that you wanted to talk to Quobbol a little bit. So
Yes.
here's your chance. As
Okay,
you're currently
great.
invisible to him.
Oh, I'll like, I wasn't trying, so I'll just kind of like pop my head from behind the tree and be like, ready?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
How did you
I
get
don't know.
to the... Great. Let's yes, let's go.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. You know, it's this is probably a bit more stressful of a mission than the last one, even though the ship exploding part was stressful. But this is more like textbook stressful.
Do they have books on that?
No.
Oh,
I mean that more like the phrase, like a turn of phrase there.
oh, okay.
How are you?
Well, I'm actually quite nervous.
Oh, can I help with that?
Yes. Well, part of it is I'm nervous to talk to you.
Oh, why is that?
Because I want to be honest with you.
Okay.
And that scares me a little bit.
It's difficult to be honest with people,
Mhm.
especially when you haven't known them a long time. It's very easy to hide behind a mask or whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you wish to be honest with me, though.
At first it might not sound good, but can you just listen?
Of course.
Okay. So when I first met you, I didn't like you. Because I think we believe fundamentally different things about the world.
Mhm.
And so that scared me, and I thought that I couldn't like you. And now I'm thinking that actually makes it so we should be very close, because I think that would challenge me in the way that I see things. So I think I do actually like you very much. And so that was my first nervous part.
Mhm.
You can speak now.
Well, I appreciate you telling me that. I don't expect everyone to believe exactly as I do. That would be rather rude. And if you fill yourself in a room of people that all think exactly the same, well, you're probably in that room alone.
Yeah. So now my next nervous part.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm actually a seer, and I see prophecies.
Mhm.
And I actually normally don't share them with anyone in the group because they're very special to me. to me, they feel like prayers from the stars.
Mm.
But I'm actually rather scared. And I think you have a kind of wisdom that could be helpful. So if you don't mind, I'd like to share one with you.
I'd be happy to listen. Yes.
Because I know Alexias says that thing was wild magic that we experienced before the cave.
Mhm.
But I really am not so convinced, because right before it happened, I was really trying to look around and look for something, and I couldn't see it. And then immediately we fell into this wild magic, which I think is just a coincidence beyond explanation,
Mhm.
which for me, that means it's part of prophecy. And I'm scared for tonight. And I
Mhm.
don't, and last time I didn't tell anyone. And I think if I would have told people, maybe they could have found the clues before and been more helpful. I'm very scared.
It's okay to be scared. And
Okay.
that does sound unnerving, but I'm glad you're trusting me with this. What exactly did you see in your prophecy?
Mm-hmm. So this was before you joined us, when we went on to Cauldron Hill Mountain. Navard shared a prophecy with everyone, but I also saw my own.
Mhm.
And it's been haunting me because nothing of it has come true. But when we fell into that wild magic, which it was part of it.
Mhm.
And that's why I wanted to share it with you.
Gotcha.
So it was like the stars above us were
Mhm.
streaking through the sky, and it stretched out over time. And oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Okay. Okay, so I was in a grassy field.
Mhm.
We're in a forest and a
Okay.
jungle, so that feels aligned. And there's a night sky overhead, and the planets were hanging huge and very low to the ground. And there was a breeze that whipped across my face and my skin, and there was a tiger that stalked behind me in the dark. And this is the part. The lights flare low ahead, and the big blue star, I don't know if you know Misados, begins to fall downward from the sky. Not like the sun was setting, but like it was hurling towards the earth. Like in that wild magic.
Yes, yes.
And then all the other stars started to rattle, and the grains of sand started to shake. And there's sand here. Like,
So you think that this prophecy is telling us some form of disaster is about to befall us, or
it feels like the star is going to fall, and I have to catch it.
the star is going to fall and you have to catch it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that sounds ominous.
It's been very scary by myself.
Yes. Well, did the prophecy say you have to do this alone?
No. I mean, I look at prophecies as moments where we get to choose our fate, because I kind of feel like fate is already decided. And I know that's against what you kind of believe, but
Actually, that's you'd be surprised to hear that's not completely against what I believe.
Oh.
I might not believe the same as fate being set in stone, but I do believe that we are allowed to make choices along the way.
Okay.
And I think this is a form of, I think you getting this information and being able to take the reins of fate yourself is something I can get behind.
Okay.
I can keep an eye out for anything else that matches this prophecy and make sure that I tell you if I see it, or I'm happy to help you catch this star or whatever this is supposed to end up being. But you're not alone in this. You know this.
I think so.
Good. And obviously, I won't tell anyone about the prophecies unless you want me to.
No,
And I'm
please
happy
don't.
to tell people if you want me to. But I
No,
won't.
no, no. Please don't tell anyone.
But
Excuse me.
if there is a moment that you feel overwhelmed by these things that you see and hear and know, please don't hesitate to tell us. But I've been here a short time, and I can tell you are amongst a group of people that care very deeply about you. And I know it's hard sometimes to share fears with those people who you find closest. But you'd be surprised at how many people are willing to help you catch whatever you're looking for.
Yes. Thank you.
But thank you for telling me this. And I'm glad we see things differently.
Me too. Okay. Now we should probably be quiet.
We should probably be quiet.
You say you should probably be quiet and kind of like get back to sneaking, and Quobbol, you turn away for a second, then Benny's gone again. Just vanished into the jungle.
Okay.
I'll forward over to the rest of you. Do either of you, any of the other groups, want to have conversations amongst yourselves while we have this opportunity?
Am I being quiet yet?
You know, I think you're doing your best, and that's all I can really ask of you, Emmanuel.
Got another route stuck in my boot.
Yeah, you are just sort of dragging along, aren't you?
But quietly.
Sure. I'm just looking at the slithery path he's made through the jungle.
I am making it much easier for everyone else to traverse this jungle because I'm trailblazing right now.
Somebody comes by and says,
Real
"Is there a
trailblazer.
huge anaconda that came through here?"
I have nothing else to say.
All right. Anyone else?
I think we're probably just focused.
Okay. The rest of you are focused, and you continue to head forward. Now, I need to make some dice rolls, so give me 1 second. Make this
Please help
blind.
me.
Everyone put your energy into these dice rolls being bad.
The dice number is 100% going to be the number of arrows that are being shot at me and or Dahlia.
Do not perceive me. I am so small.
Everyone, all of the enemies roll natural ones.
I'm so small. I have very little money. You must understand.
There's no money for you. I have nothing.
Maybe.
All right. Compare that to these numbers. You all continue. Wait, I have to average that out.
Oh.
Up. All right. You continue to walk forward, staying in the jungle, quieting down, maneuvering your way through. Think after about maybe hour and a half of traveling, as you know, you're getting closer and closer to the port itself. Vinny and Quobbol. The two of you hear some conversations, like off in the distance, just some very, very casual talking, definitely Missouri accented. People chattering, just sort of like moving around the jungle. You can assume by the conversation they're having, it's probably a patrol of some sorts, just doing some big loops around the fort itself in the jungle to make sure there are no people walking around. Fortunately, the two of you are all the way in the back compared to everyone else. So is there anything you would like to do?
Are they heading towards where we're heading?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
it's basically your paths are going to intersect. Or rather,
Gotcha.
you can probably tell that Emmanuel and Dahlia's paths are going to intersect with them real quick.
Gotcha.
So, should I cast message to them? To Dahlia?
I mean, we could try to distract them and have them go the other direction.
Both?
Both.
Both's good.
Both is good.
How do you want to distract?
Let me see.
Can you
All right.
send Maggie just like far away?
I can. Actually, let me just look at Maggie's rules.
Is that too much? Is that too big of a?
Let's see. Okay, he has to appear adjacent to me. I mean, Nagy has the same sneak that I do, so I could just have Nagy just go. And if he gets out of 100 feet from me, he gets snapped back into my body immediately. So that should be fine. I'll have him run in the opposite direction.
And then just disappear. That'll freak him out. And I hope I'm
I
close.
believe that's how that works.
I'm within 120 of them, right? We spread out, but not that far.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
we can't willingly go beyond that limit. Oh yeah. No, if he goes outside of 100 feet of me, he'll just snap back into my body. So that should be just fine.
Is it like a boomerang or just to disappear?
I haven't ever had him go that far before, so we'll experience that together.
Okay. I'll cast message first so they know something big's coming. Maybe I should do it for both groups so they don't freak out.
Yeah, that should actually that's probably a good plan.
First, I'll cast message to Dahlia. Hey, Captain. There are guards coming to intersect in your path. Don't worry, we're going to distract. Just keep sneaking, buddy. And then I will send one to Sanai. I think out of those two. There's 2 guards coming. Quobbol has a plan. Keep on path. If you see something big, don't stress.
Cool.
What is cool?
And then
And
while
then I tell you everything.
while Vinny is doing that, I'm gonna pull out Nagy and have Nagy kind of like circle behind to where these guys are heading and like get behind them and then start running in the opposite direction and making a lot of noise to try and distract them.
Oh, good call.
All right. I think in this case, what I'm going to ask you to make then is a deception roll. It's like created version, so that's kind of what you're doing at the moment.
Yeah. All right, Nagy. You can do this. I believe in you. Nagy, you're not trained
There's
in
actually
deceiving.
a basic action macro.
Oh, it's a basic action?
Yeah, there are 3 different
Should be created version.
Create
I
a
think you
diversion. Distracting words. Gesture. Would this be a
Do a
gesture?
gesture.
Cool.
Yeah, just do a gesture.
All
See what
right.
happens.
Into that.
Bad. All right.
Naglfar is mostly saying things along the lines of like, I will eat your bones, various things. I will use your innards to like an instrument to play the songs of your death. Whatever you want. He improvises.
Now we're creating a lore of this land because now we've frightened 2 groups of people.
And they've seen the same monster doing horrible things.
I think we are about to become infamous.
You send nagging out. You send Nagy out, and he kind of like makes a quick loop around, kind of appearing there in the back of him. And then you'll hear Nagy say like something about, I mean, did we canonically decide he was an actor, or was that a joke of the past life? I don't remember.
Oh no, that was absolutely a joke. Nagy's past
absolutely-
life was not an actor.
Okay. He definitely. I say he doesn't really need to improvise then. He just says what he's feeling. It's from the heart. I will wrench your flesh from your skull, make a mug out of your brains, or whatever it is he's saying, and then takes off running the other direction. I think everyone hears a shout of surprise, and one of them say, "Another one! Catch!" And then they take off running. And you see him say, looks different from the others. And they keep chasing after Maggie down this path. And eventually the sounds fade away, and then you, Quobbol, feel the sudden jerk in your chest as Lagavor re-enters your mind.
Good. He came back, which is good because I wasn't entirely sure if he left that range. He would.
I think you get a sensation from Lagavor that he wasn't sure either, and he's hoping for a different result.
He's disappointed.
Alright. So you quickly move out. So I would say above the table what I did was a successful check. So I applied an aid bonus to basically the manual stealth check, which was just enough to get them over. Continue heading forward. It probably about another 20 minutes of walking, and you feel you've come to probably the edge of the forest, and there's probably a clearing ahead of you where you can see the walls of this fortress. That's just a good 40 feet up in the air. You do see people traversing, guarding and patrolling the area. I know Dahlia said that this area is probably less patrolled. There's probably a gap that she noticed that she'd be able to get through, but might be a bit, but you have a little bit of time. Hey, Alexias, why don't you make me a recall knowledge check?
Oh, I do love to do a recall knowledge check. All right. Is this a blind one?
Blind, yep. So the basic action method should all be blind.
Yeah, okay. Enjoy.
Okay. You're familiar with this fort. This fort is sort of built on the side of a mountain, probably half of it's built into the side of a mountain, and you could see parts of it have this massive crest where cliff, I guess you would say, the water just kind of pounds up against on the northwest side. You're fairly familiar with it. You've done some research on this specific fort before. You know a few things that the Denorans have done can make this fort a little bit more protected, if you would. Number one, they've lined the top of the wall and the other side of the wall, the interior of the wall, with gravel, just to give a little bit of a sort of alert if anyone did manage to sneak past anyone's vision, line of sight. So, you know that there is a teleportation circle inside this fort. You're not sure where, but the teleportation circle probably has wards on it. You do know that the Denorans are not magic users. They more technology based. So you would probably know just from your history, things you've studied, that this teleportation circle was probably put in by the dragons, the dwarves. And the specific teleportation that has been built into this is designed so that anyone who tries to teleport within a mile of the spot would be shunted directly to that teleportation circle. This is done on purpose so no one can teleport into this fortress without setting off alarms or anything. So you imagine wherever that teleportation circle is held is probably very, very well guarded. Probably best to avoid that.
Sure.
You do remember that the central part of the sport is a tower of sorts that is surrounded by a hedge maze. The Denorans avoided it. There was talk about that maze itself being the domain of some fae, and they just figured best to avoid it. At least in the time period that you kind of studied, they kind of avoided it. Things may have changed between then and now. You also know where the controls for the Seagate are. There's a lighthouse on the northeast corner of the island that's built into the cliff on the wall itself that houses the controls to open the Seagate. There are definitely various barracks and equipment supplies all dotted through this fort as well. And I think you kind of figure out that there are two forts. Where you are right now is the outside of the fort. And there is an inner fort. And then there is the hedge maze. The hedge maze is also surrounded by another wall. And the hedge maze has the tower inside of it.
Okay. Quick meeting. Quick thing. I just remembered some things I need to tell you. And I'm gonna give you all of that information. So to wrap it up, I'm thinking that the Duchess is probably in the tower at the center of the hedge maze. We have to get there, and then we also have to get to the lighthouse, remember, and that is where the controls for the Seagate are.
Okay.
Of course, it couldn't just be a easy way to the tower.
Well, I mean, if it helps, the Norns hate magic, and they probably don't know how to use it. So, you know, the Fae in there, if they're working with Fae, obviously that is a magical problem. But most of these guys, and a gesture up to the people on the the guards or whatever, they don't know anything about magic.
Can I roll a
So-
check to see if
Uh-huh.
there's any information that I might know about like phase and hedge mazes, like which phase might be over that?
Sure. Make a recall knowledge. So just for clarification, the guards that you can see from their position in the jungle are wearing the green and browns that mark them as Missouri, not
Sorry.
Denorans.
Can I make it? Can I make it in a Ladrin roll?
Just if you click the recall knowledge, basic action macro and make it blind automatically.
No, I meant an unseen court roll.
Yep, that's part of the recall knowledge. If you click it,
Oh, it
it'll
is?
load that.
It says nothing on it.
Yep. I'll offer you, just because of who you are, offer the chance to reroll this, and I'll show you what it looks like so you can see that it's there. Hold on,
Okay.
let me. You rolled a natural 2, so if you would like to reroll that.
Let's do it. I did the wrong thing again.
Done.
I'm just gonna do it from here because I'm just do it from the macros again. Save time.
Okay. What specifically are you trying to discover?
I'm trying to find out if there are any stories or anything that I would have heard that would have connected any type of fate to these hedge mazes, and if so, is there something that we can do to help us get through easier?
Sure. So most Fae tend to avoid these islands just because of their close proximity to Danor the wild magic zones and dead magic zones and all of that. However, you do recall that hedges tend to have curators of sorts, or at least the more significant ones tend to have curators who are bound to the hedges themselves, that maintain the hedges, take care of the hedges, and whatever creatures, whether they be flora or fauna, that might live within. So they're very, very tied to the hedge itself in a way that it's almost like a dryad or a naiad, where they're tied to a specific tree and they live in the tree. It's part of who they are. These whatever sometimes these fae are bound to the hedges themselves.
Okay. Ooh.
I will say that you do not know of any members of the unseen court that are tied or bound to this island.
Okay. Well, if we make it to the hedge maze, we're definitely going to be in for something.
Oh yes, I thought so too.
Cool.
Mhm. I mean, and then I just kind of tell you just a little bit that I know.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Oh well. But first things first, we're making for the lighthouse first, correct?
Mhm.
And
Let's
to
get
wait
it
to get-
open. And then once it's open, I think we can assume that people probably gonna start looking.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
Do you think they have shadow darkness things inside? Like the ones that attacked us?
who's to say?
It's possible. But we do too.
True. I don't know what kind of defenses the Duchess might have doctored up by now, so
Mm,
Well, don't forget, we have those things that can dominate certain things.
right.
we do.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right, team. We're all a team. We're
Team.
all together. We all
We'll do
share
that.
things with one another, and we're all in this together. I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah. Go team.
So for the gravel, do you think when we put the hole in the wall that'll activate the gravel thing?
Yeah, well, it's lined with gravel.
The top of it is lined with
The top
gravel,
of it.
and like this area right outside of it is lined with gravel.
The explicit spell description says you create a visible tunnel through the wall, replacing the area with empty space. So, whatever is in there, it won't just like gravel will just fall out. And it also says it does not affect the integrity of the structure. So theoretically, by us doing this, it won't disturb the gravel on top.
Right. Really,
Fingers
what
crossed.
we need to be careful with is when we walk through.
Mhm.
I will add that these walls are 40 feet high, and this magic passage only creates a 10-foot high.
Right. So it won't go anywhere near the top of the wall.
Yeah.
But what we actually have to be careful about is when we pass through, gravel lining the other side, not to disturb us.
Sure.
I was
And-
thinking,
We should also confirm that the wall is not 10 feet thick. It probably isn't, but that is a restriction on the magic passage spell.
It's probably probably a good 8 feet thick or something.
Then
It's fine
perfect.
then.
That's fine.
It's 8 feet thick. I remember that clause specifically when I was studying the schematics of this fort. It is 8 feet thick for sure.
what I'm thinking is I could use prestidigitation and maybe just like lift the gravel just barely off the ground out of our way and back down so we don't make any noise.
I don't possibly. The thing is, we don't until we break through. We actually won't know how much gravel is there. We may be able to just hop over it. The point is just not make
We don't
noise.
know what we're gonna see on the other side, so
We just need to be quick and careful, huh?
Okay.
But it's not a bad idea if it comes down to it.
yeah. It's very handy.
Past that hole.
Right. So we're waiting for a break in the guard, right?
Alright. Alright, so someone who's casting that hole, I guess.
I can't. It's not me.
What kind of caster
what-
do you have
what-
to be to cast this?
Arcane or primal?
I think I'm that one of those.
I can do it. I can do it. I'm definitely primal.
I think I'm divine or something.
I
Yes,
honestly
you are.
can't remember how to tell.
If you go to your spell sheet,
Spell sheet.
it says at the very top what kind of spells you cast.
So I can't do it.
Oh, I do occult, so that's not
That's
primal
on you,
or
Sanai.
arcane.
That's nine.
Okay.
Nine. You take one of the scrolls out
Yeah.
of Emmanuel's
Yeah.
sack.
Oh.
Fitz, would you mind reducing like the scrolls by one? Keep track of that for me.
I'm unable to edit things in the
And
stash.
the
It
party
seems.
stash.
Yes.
Alright, let me do it then.
Very
Okay.
sorry, sir.
Okay, cool. You
So
unfold
Sanai-
the scroll, quickly move up, recite the words. When Dahlia gives you the word, Dahlia's keeping an eye on the shows to make sure there's a period of time that you can all quickly rush through. Place your hand on the wall, and you see the bricks just almost seem to part and dissipate in front of you. And you quickly, all of you, rush through into this passage that Sanai's created. As you hit the other side, you see that there is a pretty wide path to travel, like a good 10 feet across.
All right, my little friend.
Okay, I will cast Prestidigitation.
Am I able to help with this since I can also cast Prestidigitation?
Can't hurt. Let's do two.
You're going to pick up these stones one by one.
Oh.
I could do like in lift slowly, just kind of grab a bunch of them and.
It's a single object.
Oh no!
You know what? I'll say this.
one
I'll say this.
one rock at a time.
We'll say you can't do like the full 10 feet. You're able to pick up like a big, maybe like a handful at a time.
Mhm.
Like that, a
Mhm.
handful at a time. They're going to take you some time, but you're quickly working. So I'm going to say, in order to see how well you do this before Pashar passes by, why don't we have you make a... Well, I guess you're using divine casting, so this would be a religion check, which is the divine spell casting skill.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Do I
DC for level
also
4.
need to do
You
a
quickly
religion check?
begin lifting it up. You see, yes, did you want to say something?
Well, does Frank
Oh,
need
Do I
also-
also make a religion test check, or would it be occultism since I'm an occult caster?
Do you have, it would be occultism if you are occult. Do you have prestidigitation as well?
Mhm.
Oh, great, then perfect, you can do it. Both of you can do it, I should say.
Oh no!
Hero
I'm
point?
gonna hero point that.
Alright.
I think we actually rolled the same. I rolled a 7 also. That's very
Okay.
funny.
I'm gonna re-roll that and hope it's no. Still
Got
a
the exact same.
7.
Yeah, that sucks. That always hurts. For some reason, it hurts worse when you roll the exact same thing on a hero
The
point
exact same
than
thing.
rolling one less. Alright, so Vincent, you got a 19, and Quobbol, and you got a 15 twice. So, Quobbol, you're unable to really, like, the gravel just keeps slipping out of this prestidigitation thing, tumbling down on the ground. You're unable to get it high enough where it's making a lot of noise, clattering around, so that's fine. So Vincent, you are quickly scooping up and putting them all away, creating a little bit of path. I'll say, with the 19, you're able to create a quick enough path for this. I want you all to roll me a stealth check as you quickly rush forward.
Ooh.
And it's
Right.
going to be the sneak and the basic action macros again, because that's going to be blind.
Okay, sneak, not stealth. Got it.
No, I just want to know what I roll.
I have all these hero points, but Richard won't let me see what I'm rolling.
No.
Oh, I'm
I knew I did. I would have tried again.
Let me do this.
It's fine. We all got
very
nat
good
20.
rolls,
Obviously.
Oh,
Prove
good.
otherwise.
very bad ones.
We
Uh-oh.
can't.
Let us see them.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt any of us to know what we rolled.
It's the anxiety. We're really building some tension here.
I have a fear of the
Imagine
unknown.
that anxiety song playing right now as you TikTok and you quickly dash forward. And there's a lot, as you dash forward, you can see there's a lot of different buildings that have a lot for supplies, for other things that are just scattered all around this fort. It looks like this fort is almost the size of a small town. There's enough alleyways and passageways for you to hide behind inside this inner fort. You quickly dash in, put your backs up near a wall, hold your breath for a few moments, then slowly release. And you collectively beat the DC by 2.
Hey, that's what I want to hear. Beat
Doesn't matter by
Hey.
how much, as long as we beat it.
Yeah, as long as you beat it.
all it's about, baby.
You feel that the deeper you get into this fort, and from your position you can hear, the deeper you get in, the more guards there are going to be, and the more difficult it's going to get.
Okay.
I think I would just I think I'd just do a quick perception check to see if there's like a cove we could hide into where guards won't see us to make our next move.
Right.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check. And please, actually, you do this one open. That's fine. So on a 19, you cast your gaze around. There doesn't appear to be coves. It's just like a lot of buildings. Most of this area has been leveled flat. You do spot something. You do spot like one building that looks to be fairly close to the gates, which are a little bit away from you. That looks to be fairly heavily guarded at the moment. Looks to be a almost circular building of sorts, and there looks to be several guards out in front. There are windows in this building. You can see more guards moving around inside as well.
Avoid.
Well,
Dahlia.
Or is that the lighthouse? Is
No,
it
the
circle?
It's
lighthouse
not the
is on the-
lighthouse, just a building,
Oh.
a circular building. The lighthouse is, I would say you can definitely see the lighthouse from here as well. It is shining with incredibly bright light. You can all see it. It's definitely a bit ways off. You have to navigate through this fort and all of his guards to get there.
GM, with the knowledge that I have of the facility, or of the fort generally, if I were to take point and lead us, would it be a lower DC for us to make our way there?
I will allow you to use a recall knowledge to aid everyone. with
Okay.
that.
I'll do that.
All
The
right,
blind
go and make
recall
recall
knowledge?
knowledge. Blind one, yep.
Anything I can do to help the party.
So,
Good.
I'll reveal what that does in a second.
Great. That's always. I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
the way he's smiling.
Yes.
you remember it, but it's been
Notes.
remodeled since. So, like,
You know, I was looking at plans they were from a decade ago. I don't know.
Dahlia, as you are kind of looking around, there's just something that just makes you go, hey, that's odd.
Oh,
Um,
yay. My
Right,
thing.
yes. It's the best fucking beat.
A lot of these buildings look to be fairly new. The circular building that Vinny points out to you looks old. Like almost very, it's made, a lot of these buildings are made with more lumber and wood. But that building specifically looks to be made with like limestone. And you can tell it's been like worn away in places. And you can actually
Sheesh.
see carvings carved on it. A lot of it has faded away with time, the erosion of just being so near the sea, weather, and all of that. But you can make out some what look to be some ancient carvings in it. Look to be some almost like our real world prehistoric, like modern caveman drawings. But they look to be like men or man people that are hunting these massive beast that look to be almost aberrations or abominations of some sort. One just looks to be like this. Probably best describe it as like a donut with teeth on the inside of it. Just a ring donut with teeth on the inside. Another one looks to be this almost like this mosquito with this massive beak that ends on like a saw of sorts. And there's all these weird creatures that they seem to be doing battle with. That you just kind of spot. That's odd.
There's probably nothing to worry about. Those are
Sure.
probably long gone. Yeah. Like, we don't have enough to worry about.
I don't want to start
teeth.
worrying about saw mosquitoes.
I don't like the saw mosquito, but it's not here right now. So, we'll deal with it later. Interesting.
I'm Alexias.
Yeah, what I do.
Rolled a natural 20.
Yay!
That was a good fake out. That was really good. I thought I did real bad.
We thought we were dead.
I wanted you to sit a little bit with that.
That was good.
Okay.
Well done.
On your natural 20, you're like, I've done a lot of research here. There's a lot of old buildings here, and there's a lot of new buildings here. Old buildings are kind of designed in this like very haphazard way. If we stick to hiding around behind them, we should be fine. But the newer buildings, there's much more open, wider paths that are more likely to be seen. So, you feel like you're able to just mentally recall back to the map you studied not that long ago when you were making plans and doing things, other things. This will probably take you by the stables. It's going to be a little bit more of a longer traverse to get to the lighthouse this way, but probably will be safer.
Worth it. All right. I share that information with everyone. If we go this way and we stick to the old buildings, it will be a little bit longer, but it will be safer.
Safety first.
But, following Alexia's instructions, I want to ask you again, spreading the group out a little bit or staying close together now?
Can I suggest that we spread out but stay in sight of each other? So that we're never so far away that we can't actually see each other, and we're like essentially just moving like from building to building, like in small groups, as opposed to like spreading out so far that we get stretched too thin or huddled together in a chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so before we start doing stealthy checks, I think I'm going to give Emmanuel a touch of insight.
What does this do to me?
When you're trying to do any check, if you use touch of insight, you roll twice and you choose the best result.
Ooh, it's
can't
a
do it.
fortune
How long does that
effect.
last?
Nice.
It's a minute.
I
And
think it'll help you get through that first open passageway that you're probably going to have to spin across. So
great. I can't do it again for 24 hours, but
Who else is
Worth
bad
it.
at stealthing? Just over. Well, you've got the double try. I'm gonna
Or
give
two people who just exist.
or
Two
other people
people
that
who
exist. I'm gonna give Vinny guidance.
oh, I was going
for
to cast
this.
guidance on myself.
Oh, great. Well then,
Yeah, I'll take your guidance.
yeah, you can take my guidance.
Someone give guidance to Sanai then.
Do you have guidance tonight, or I'll cast guidance on you?
I would take it.
Okay.
all right.
Oops.
So you throw on touch from side, throw on a couple of guidances. And you prepare to dash over when you get the first sign that's good cause. Let's take our break here.
Oh,
Okay.
boy. Okay.
It's currently
Gonna do so good.
7:30 on the dot, so let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We will be back in 10 minutes, chat, so we will see you then.
All right.
And we are back. Welcome back. And we will pick up right where we left off with the group attempting to make their way into the fort to the lighthouse to deactivate the sea gate. Thanks to a very, very, very good roll from Alexias, they believe they have a pretty solid path forward. So I'd like everyone to roll me that sneak check again.
Sneak, not seek. Got it.
Lock me out.
And I will have a fortune effect thanks to Vincent for that as well. Thank you, Vanny.
You're welcome.
I came back to my game having logged me out.
Fuck you. In particular.
How rude.
Indeed.
I have a +1 to mine. And so should Sanai because of guidance.
Mhm.
Who am I missing?
Me, probably.
Alexias, Sanai, Vincent, Quobbol, Emmanuel, Dahlia. Yeah.
It's not letting me back in.
Oh,
Oh no.
weird.
'Cause it says I'm already in the game session.
Great.
All right,
Oh,
let
no.
me kick you out, and then I can come back in.
You said you wouldn't kill me.
I try and get back in now.
You're not killed, you just exiled.
I said I would try not to.
No, that's not what you said.
Dahlia
changed my
briefly
mind.
gets
I'm allowed
kidnapped
to
by
now.
UFOs.
Legit.
You are allowed to change your mind. You're right. You're right. Okay, no, it's still saying I'm not in
Okay.
there. Great.
Refresh, and if you haven't, and
It closed it out. Okay, well, let me
okay.
give me a second. Sorry, everyone.
Not your fault.
I've looked
No
at that
worries.
before.
Technology.
Yeah.
We can use this time to have Richard tell us what we rolled with all of our bonuses.
Right.
I think that's a great use of time.
I think that's a great use of time.
I will say we had 2 failures. Nothing else
Great.
succeeded,
Oh,
Including
so
our
far.
plus our +1s. Did you include
including
that?
your pluses.
Who failed?
The people who got the pluses did not fail.
Ooh,
Great.
Oh,
So the
that's
pluses
good.
work, is what that's the important thing,
Launch.
right? The tactics are working. It's us. We're the problem.
I'm trying to think of like how I can
Good at
balance my
sneaking.
games.
Are
One-
really messing up the day, huh?
Me too. Next time I'll like flip it and then because I can't use it twice with the same person. So I'm like, how do I keep using these in rotation?
Just cycle them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, heck.
Kim, how you doing?
It's showing my name grayed out, so I can't choose to sign in as Dahlia.
Weird. That's so weird.
Yeah, it is.
I
Let me
think
try an incognito
it's
tab.
weird. Like you're not showing in the list of active players right now, so
I'm trying an incognito tab to see if it still
Ooh,
does
yeah.
it. It
on.
does.
Yeah.
It's grayed out.
Uh,
Well, just roll for me for now. Keep it going. I won't
I'll
blame
roll for
you.
Okay, I will roll for you then.
I won't blame you. The other thing I can think of is just to totally quit Chrome, but that also might break everything. So let's try. Roll good for me,
Alright, so-
Richard.
Okay. Still only 2 pairs. Alright.
Hey!
As you begin heading out and following Alexia's path, following Alexia's path, you are taking the long way around, going around the inner fortress, where you can see this massive tower that stretches up to the sky, a good 100 feet or so. That is surrounded by walls, and you can actually see the beginnings of some vines growing over the walls as well. You continue to go around, and you all make your way towards the lighthouse, but Vincent and Quobbol, and actually I think everyone besides
no.
Sanai. Everyone besides Sanai. You all can see as you're sort of running past, there looks to be another building that looks to be heavily guarded. Alexias doesn't make sense because the only one you figured would be heavily guarded would probably be the interior keep, the lighthouse,
Yeah.
and a teleportation circuit. Now you passed. This is the second building you passed. It's not the interior keep. It's not the lighthouse. So either the building you've already passed, or this one must be the teleportation circle. The one you passed is much older and more ancient. This one looks to be newer. And Vinny and Quobbol, as you run by, you hear voices from the inside that do not sound Missouri. They sound Denoran.
Okay. No. Oh,
Sanai just kind of whispers, "What are we doing?"
I'll take out one of my playing cards that are in my pack and a pen. I'm just gonna.
Fantastic.
I think that's the only thing I have to write on is a playing card. And it was, you said we heard Denorans in there, not right, Richard? We heard Denoran.
Denorans. You heard Denorans inside. Just very, very small hushed conversations.
Yeah, and how do you? Okay, well, Vinny, I don't know if Vinny knows how to spell Denoran, so just hang on to this.
Oh God, I love Vinny.
It's close.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of sidle up next to Vinny and like put my ear against and see if I can hear anything. But my perception isn't high, so I don't have high hopes for this, y'all.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Hey, that's the highest I've ever rolled for perception.
Give me a second. I'm fixing this for Vinny.
Okay.
It shouldn't take me that long, but I want to make sure that.
Fixing what for me?
What did you roll for your perception? I don't know if you could see.
26, baby.
26. You hear the conversations you hear as you try to pick out the language and the accents. It's more of them complaining bitterly about how tight their bonds are.
Bonds?
Bonds.
You're bound? Oh
Prisoners.
no. Okay. We need to get away from this area so we can have another quick conversation.
You quickly skip off a different place and
Yeah, just gonna kind of like move around, just kind of maneuver to a new place, and just like kind of whispering to everyone that there are the Norns in there and they are bound. hide. Something is very wrong.
Should we help them?
Yes, of course we should help them.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're bound.
There were probably
Okay.
the former guards here.
Oh,
It means that they are at this. Well,
I mean, we're going to turn the place over to Dahlia at the end of this anyway, so they
yeah.
should be let go.
I mean, this is a Denoran outpost. We want the Denorans to have it. We just don't want them to know we were here.
But
Right.
Right.
But if we free them, won't someone know that somebody freed them?
well, but if
Not
they're
if they
freed
stay
by
quiet.
If we free them, they may also help us, and they know the facility better than we do.
what if I just try to talk to them?
You
It might
know
also
the
be-
Denoran?
Oh, are they speaking only Denoran?
I don't know if they know another language.
Alexias, I mean,
we should
Is-
I
also
can also do it.
It might also be nice to have somebody that maybe can stay near the sea gate that can operate it without
That
us
would
having
be
to be
helpful.
there.
And if we use Laya's name, it is likely they will help us, right?
Wait, Sanai, you know Denoran?
you look so confused.
What?
I didn't know that.
I told you there's so many things you don't know about me, Vinny.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about this later. We're going to talk about this later. But
Tonight,
like,
can you cast a message to them?
Yeah.
Maybe we try and find out if we can help, if there's some way that we can help them. I mean, if it's a lost cause, it's a lost cause, but it would be nice to have them on our side.
yeah.
So before we go too far down this path, I want to remind everyone that message is you need to have line of sight.
Oh, right.
Mm.
Mhm.
I mean, we can make another hole in a wall.
That's the thing. How many holes we got left?
2 more. 2 hole.
Okay.
Is there like
Is
where
this all
where are
worth
they?
it? Is the question.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
GM,
inside
what
another
is the-
building
Hole is
that
off.
looks. They're inside another building that looks more modern, that is guarded by more of these Missouri guards.
So
Hmm.
they're guarded by Missouri guards. How many guards are on this building? Can we see? Just that we
I
are visible
think
to
you
us.
can probably see like a half dozen guards outside, and
Oh,
there's
God.
probably
That's
and there's
so.
probably more inside.
Oh, come on.
Okay, that's a lot of guards.
That's more guards than I thought there'd be.
I was like, oh, 2 guards. Come on, we can do this, but that's a lot of guards. But it also means that whatever's going on in there is probably very important. And I know it's not a teleportation. Well, I don't think it's a teleportation circle because that's probably in the older building, right? If this is a newer one, I doubt that it's there.
I think we keep going.
The logic is definitely saying we should keep going.
If it's filled with guards,
I think it's a great idea to save people who need help. Just listening to what you are saying, maybe we can help them on the way back.
But they could be killed if we don't help them.
We could
Well,
be
it
killed
sounds like
if we
they are
do
bound
help
right
them.
now and complaining. I do not think
they
there is
haven't-
someone with them.
If they
I'm on
haven't
board
killed
with
them
I'm
yet,
on board with whatever.
I think we should help them.
I also think we should help them, but this may be a situation where we do not all need to risk ourselves.
I
How
would-
many guards can we see that are like outside?
Like 6, I think, is what Richard said.
GM, are there 6 of them like outside right now?
6 of them are outside right now.
We don't know how many inside.
Right, we don't, but we know that there are more inside, right?
Very possibly.
Could maybe one of the stealthy people get inside
That's what I
without?
was thinking. This may be a situation where we could do a little I'm someone else kind of a thing.
Little
Yeah.
disguise.
Little disguise, little sneak, little trick.
Go for
Can
it.
we use the other guy? Nagging, right? The fire one.
We could do that, but that feels like,
Cause a panic.
That
Cause
I
more.
I think that's later. I think we'll do it.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that happen again. That was
I think it will.
Oh, that's definitely going to happen again.
Yeah, we're gonna name that maneuver.
I don't think we're there yet.
Okay. I really want to help these guys, mostly because they're Denoran. I have to try.
Okay, so I think you should put on your disguise.
And I will. Who wants to come with me?
I mean, if things get hairy, I can always bring out Naglfar. So I guess I could come with you. So it's almost like there's two of us.
You're also very good at talking. I feel like this will be helpful.
Yes.
Okay,
I don't speak Denoran though.
Okay, well, keep your mouth shut if we come across Denoran speakers. But these
I can speak other languages. Is anything else helpful?
The guards are Missouri.
If I may, Sanai is also very good at talking, and she has magic. I believe she knows. She just said she knows Denoran.
That was.
She is shaking her head. No, she says no to that.
She's not into it.
I don't have a Naggy. I have
and
lot
also
of fire.
you can cast the magic hold spell in case things get really bad and we need to get out of there ASAP with this scroll. I just want to say that.
Or we could stay out here, and then if we need to, we can
Fine. And then she remembers how loud she's talking.
Don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
I
want to grab your hands.
Well, what if we and this is other idea. I know there's many ideas floating around right now. Well, what if you all wait close to the wall where they're being held, and then if things go really awry, you can create a hole there, and we can just leave.
That's what I was about to say. We can be outside and be like
ready and prepared for hole if we need hole.
Absolutely.
But how do we know? Like, do you all know exactly where they are?
Well, I mean,
I'll listen.
We can hear through, a general idea. Yeah.
We can give a signal, like hitting a wall a whole bunch of times in a panic.
Yeah, sure.
No, you do not have to do anything you don't want to do.
It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that we have such limited amount of time already. And I'm very nervous being in a fortress with a bunch of guards that could shoot me. And if they shoot me, I'm going to go psycho and I'm going to blow this whole joint out.
Okay.
What? Wait, what?
Wow.
Take a calming breath together.
I didn't know you're under that much stress.
Yes, no, I'm not under stress at all. I don't know what makes you think I'm under stress.
Okay.
Maybe one more.
You're all right. It's all right.
I think it's best if Sanai stays out here with all of you.
I think that's a good idea.
Sanai, if it helps, I believe in you, but I don't want to pressure you into doing anything you don't want to do.
Listen. I think it is best that we save my explosion for when it's necessary.
Yeah.
And I don't know if right now is the necessary time for me to go fire crazy mode.
No. Yeah.
Then I'm excited for it.
We
No,
haven't
thank you,
opened the gate yet, so let's just save that for later.
But I'm here. I will listen, and I will cast this hole
if we need it.
If we
need it.
I am a part of this team.
You are a part of the team. Absolutely, you are a part of the team.
There are no more secrets from me.
All right, that's an interesting thing to say, but all right, yeah, let's.
She's super stressed. She's just talking.
She's really stressed.
Interesting. Is this? I have put the infiltration elixirs into the stash. So feel free to grab one. Whoever is coming with me, Quobbol.
Yes. I'll take one of those.
Let
me just use it.
Okay. Quobble's got that.
Well. There's a little side mission before our mission.
Just a little side mission. Just
Hopefully
a little rescue.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be perfect. This is gonna be all fine.
It's going to be so
Okay.
perfect because here's the thing. They are going to be allies, and this is all going to go smooth as berry pie.
If I may ask one question before we proceed with this.
Mhm.
Richard, is there anything we the players are forgetting right now?
No. I just threw this in because I wanted to see what you would do. Oh,
Okay.
Great.
He just
So
wants to watch us
so
dad.
I'm gonna let
Oh.
you do most of the talking, but I shouldn't speak Rosary to them, correct?
No, they can. They speak Rosary just fine. You don't need to worry about the Denoran thing.
Okay.
The guards are Rosary.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah. The Rosaries have taken over, so you can speak Rosary. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Talk to the guards. Just the fellas inside may not speak Rosary.
Mhm.
Oh, that's okay.
We'll be listening.
So wait, we're sneaking past the guards. We're not talking to them, right?
We're not. Well, we're going to try and bluff
Do
our
our
way in.
best.
There are 6 of them. We're not going to sneak past them. We're going to try and walk in.
Vinny's
Let me do the
ears.
talking. It will be okay. It will be
Okay.
just
Probably
fine.
need to talk your way in.
Misread the situation.
Don't worry, everything is going to be a-okay. I'm going to use my change of face skill, and little mirrors pop out all over my body, and like full-on Mystique from X-Men, I will shift. My skin tone will completely change to a more like sunburnt one, and my horns will disappear.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Interesting.
I still look like a frog.
Nope.
still look like a different fog.
Yeah.
A different
After you-
frog.
I think I get to decide.
Oh, you can
because
disguise what I look like. Great.
Mhm.
At the- yeah.
When you
Same
feel
size.
like-
Can you make me tall?
you have to be the same size, I think.
Same
Oh.
size.
Yeah, you take down the shape of a humanoid creature of your
Can you
size.
make me a little taller?
Just GM, could I make him like,
Maybe
an
like-
inch taller?
Like 3
Just
inches?
a little bit. Yeah, you get a little taller.
Oh, this is so nice.
Yeah, of course. And then, but you can change into a different kind of humanoid.
Oh,
So, have you ever wanted to be a dwarf?
I was thinking more of a like bring your kid to work day kind of situation, but that makes sense. A dwarf would make sense.
Yes, no, I don't think children come here. Dwarf.
Mine is not children.
Minors, not children.
Minors.
Minors, not children.
All right.
Mhm.
So wait, I
Quobbol and
think I speak dwarf. Actually, isn't that Drakron's dwarvish or
Great.
I speak
Draken.
it. Draken, yeah.
Draken.
Excellent. Really like lean into the part. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
What?
Like
Okay, if you hear screaming, make that hole. Okay.
Vinny's ear is on the wall, just waiting.
Mhm. Great. Thank you all,
Alright.
by the way. Just like metagame real quick. I appreciate all of you saying yes to this.
Of course.
I
I
can't
want to
like
see what
leave
happens.
these-
This is more interesting than just leaving them.
All right.
It'll be
Quobbol
fine.
and Alexias.
Mhm.
Hold on. Quobbol and Alexias. That's it, right? Just you two?
Yep. Can't go wrong
mhm.
with the dream team like this.
Agreed.
You're gonna do great.
I have full confidence.
Absolutely, you'll be great.
I can be very diplomatic.
Oh, also, last detail. Both of our eyes are like normal humanoid eyes because we
Oh.
both have weird eyes.
Yeah, it would be wild if you let me continue having frog eyes.
Exactly. Well, don't you
Dwarf
have
with
like
frog
nanny
eyes.
things in your eyes?
Well, yeah, I
Mhm.
have like a little symbol in my eyes, but like
Right. That's
I think the frog eyes would be more unsettling on a dwarf. Just overall.
Sure, I think. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I hear you, and hearing it, I think you're correct. But I just meant because my eyes are full violet instead of like.
Yeah, and I have a demonic symbol in one of my eyes.
Yeah, so
you know.
we
Right,
scratched
right.
out for normal eyes, a nice, unassuming brown.
Great. Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
that's probably good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Liquid intelligence.
Oh,
That's
if I
okay.
had my iPad right now.
Draw a
Alexias.
dwarf with frog eyes.
Alexias,
I am putting dwarf with frog eyes into an AI art generator right now
Oh,
for fun.
Oh.
AI.
Don't
I
use
think,
AI.
I think the best way to play this is actually going to be just like Vinny suggested earlier. So here's why. I can, as a part of my mirror disguise, I can put on the costume that they're wearing. So I can put I can make my clothes look like their clothes. But we can't do that for Quobbol. So I'm going to take some rope and bind his hands really quick, and you're my prisoner, okay?
Oh, we're doing it.
Oh, okay.
I think we have to do it this way.
So I'm gonna look really mad.
Curse words in the norm too.
oh,
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
the two of you
Mhm.
walk out of the shadows, but the rest of you hang back, listening.
I've got him. I think this way, big.
I'm just gonna scream out, not scream out, but like under my breath, say dwarven swear words.
And as we kind of come up to the 6 guards, I'm like, got another one for the dungeon.
One of the guards, he looks a little bit confused, so I thought we got them all.
No,
Haven't seen any dragons here, but
surprise to all of us, I guess.
yeah. It kind of looks you, Alexias, up and down a little bit. Can you go ahead and make me your whatever the disguise check is?
Sure. I think it's just
That
deception.
should be deception. That should be blind.
Okay, so should I do? No. It's the God. What is it? Impersonate. That's right.
Impersonate. Yep.
Did it roll? Oh, come on. Oh. I rolled it twice, but it's not rolling for some reason, Richard.
That's weird. I wonder if it's. Let me see if I can get rid of this. Try now.
Okay. Nope.
Nope. That is so weird. I don't see why one. I just go ahead and roll for me sheet deception,
Okay.
and I'll just make sure it's blind though, and we'll go from there.
How do I roll blind from my sheet? Oh, I guess I can just.
When you click, there will
Yeah.
be a drop down that lets you do like blind roll.
And you should be
Okay.
able to add the +4 from the elixir, right?
You should, because you've got the elixir on. I don't have elixir.
Oh. Good.
Oh, I see. Okay. Public blind GM roll. Here we go. Oh, I don't know why it's not working in here either. Maybe it's because it's blind. Oh no, I'm so
You
sad.
know what?
It-
I think I
it
might know
should-
what it is.
It should tell you like with a yellow or pink box.
Try
You roll
now.
privately.
Try now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
All
Yeah,
right.
nothing.
Let me see if I can roll it. And
Okay.
I was able to roll it for you. I don't know why. That's so weird. You might just need to do a refresh if you haven't already.
Here, yeah, I'll refresh my whole
Oh.
thing.
Okay. He kind of gives you a very, very skeptical look, Alexias. So I don't think we've met.
Oh, that's all right.
All right.
Jim here. Don't know his name. I kind of give him a
Aye.
hit on the
Aye.
shoulder.
Kind of looks skeptically, then he kind of looks at the dwarf that's just kind of like there, looking kind of gone pure sad or whatever the hell that face is. And he reaches over, he'll take this keychain off of his belt, quickly unlock the door, pushes open. As it opens, the first thing you were hit by is the smell.
Oh no. Oh, poor condition.
This was very likely once the stables.
Oh no, these are the stables? They're keeping them in the stables? My countrymen. Okay.
You lead in, there's probably a good, if the people here look to be crowded into like the individual stables, probably like 6 to 10 each. So there's probably a good 50 or so Denoans that have been just shoved into each of these stables or overhead.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you both make me a perception check?
Let's see if I can do that. Okay, that worked.
16. 19. All right, cool. Quobbol, as you were kind of looking at these prisoners, you do see there's a few other guards in here. There looks to be another 4 guards inside over here. They're just keeping an eye on the prisoner, keeping things down. You both notice that. But Quobbol, you notice like all of these are either Denorans, either tieflings, like Alexias is, or human. There doesn't seem to be any other dwarves or anyone else over here. However, one of the tieflings you see, it just strikes you as odd that they are not wearing shoes. They don't seem to be thrown off or uncomfortable by this at all. They're just not wearing shoes. It's just something that seems odd to you. You're not sure what it is. You don't know enough about your own culture, if you will.
Mhm.
I'm a little distressed to notice this, I think.
I don't think Alexias notices it yet.
No. No. I'm trying to figure out what to do here.
Yeah. One of the guards sits inside, kind of looks the dwarf up and down, and says, "Oh wow, haven't caught one of these before. It's what the Denorans."
I suppose so. I don't know. We found him sneaking around outside.
Right, well, I'm in one of the stables. Don't care which.
Righto. Question, GM. Are they all in like individual cells, or is it like they're
There's
just
like
in
six different stables, like little stalls, I guess you would call them. And each of them have around between 6 to 10 people kind of shoved in them.
Okay.
Pretty
Cool. So
crowded
this-
in there.
Yeah. This is like there are a lot of Denorans in here. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna go to the furthest one from the guards.
Okay.
The one furthest away. And it's just like open, right? Or are there like doors or there locks? Is what I'm
There's
guessing.
definitely like stall doors. So they're not locked by any means, but all of these people are bound. A lot of them look like they've been beaten up. A few of them have wounds on their sides of chest. Nothing that is life-threatening, but they've definitely been through a lot. So the guards are there to keep an eye on them, and they're bound by the hands and the feet. And the doors are not locked; they're latched, but not locked.
Okay, great. So then I'm gonna go, like I said, to the furthest back one. I'm gonna kind of like push Quobbol in front of me, like, get along there, you. That's right. Like really making like a deal of it, so they kind of ignore us and like push him in. And then when we get into this little area with more Denorans, right? What are their bonds made of? Ropes. Okay, great. I'm going to, quick as a flash, I'm going to take out my dagger and I want to cut some of their bonds. And then I want to, whichever one I'm going to like find like the biggest, like healthiest looking one in this group and cut their bonds and be like, say in Denoran, I want to say, Lia Sentas, where we're going to help you get out, but you have to take it from here. We cannot help you much more than this.
Okay. So we're going to do 2 things. Are you cutting their bonds first, or are you telling them this first?
I'm telling them this first.
So looking for the healthiest, strongest one.
Healthiest, strongest one, as I kind of like push Quobbol to the side in here, yeah.
Okay, so you say this first before you draw your dagger. You look for the healthiest, strongest one before you get the words out of your mouth. This is the one that isn't wearing shoes.
Great, excellent. No shoes, McGee.
You know that there are stories.
Oh no.
of the crypt here who do not wear shoes. They are very famed for just going barefoot. There's stories told of them just like walking through the mountains in the dark without wearing shoes.
Okay, I'm going to push Quobbol behind me, and I want to turn to him first and say, do not move. Okay? And then I want to turn back to No Shoes, hands up, and say, listen to me. This is very important. This is all in Denoran. Low levels, whisper. Listen to me. This is very important. Dahlia sent us. Okay? I'm here to help you. I'm going to give you the means to get out. Okay? And then I don't care what he's doing at this point because I can't control it. I'm going to slowly pull out my dagger and I'm going to cut this guy's bonds.
Okay. I'm going to have you make a stealth check to do that.
I do think that is fair.
By the gods.
Do you think that is fair? Okay, cool. I logged out, logged back in. So I think, do you want me to do that blind?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a sneak.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah, let's see if this works. There we go.
Would you like to hear a point that?
I would. I would indeed.
So you draw the dagger and you're ready to cut the spine. You hear a voice behind you say, hey, we ain't killing them. Duchess said not to.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I see him and I just get so, you know what I mean? I kind of like got the dagger like hidden in front of me, like, when you see someone and you just and then I want to turn around and kind of like slowly, like as I'm turning, like put the dagger in Quobble's hands, but like you just get so you can just come all up right there. You know what I mean? And I want to distract this guy with like loud sounds as I give it to Quobbol.
Okay.
Also, I'll allow you to create a diversion first.
Yes. Thank
Blind
you.
again.
We're gonna call this distracting words or gesture, you think,
Sure.
GM?
It's words.
Words. Let's do words. Sure. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to roll it blind.
It's not blind, but we'll keep it.
Okay.
That is a success. So I believe in distracting words you can use. I would say I'll allow this to be used in place of a sneak quickly. He's focused on you, doesn't see Quobbol kind of grab the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Listen, we all got problems with these assholes, but
Right. But you know what? Absolutely right. Follow regulation. That's why I always say regulation. That's what ought to do. All right. Sorry about that. So won't do it again, sir. Won't happen again, sir.
he just kind of looks a little bit backwards in his eyes. Just get the fuck out, go back to your patrol, whatever the hell you were doing.
Sir.
You're not a captain. Don't salute, just get out.
Right, sir, right. And I kind of turn and I look back and like, is this guy, is he watching me or what's he doing?
The Denoran or the guard?
The guard.
The guard is watching you.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna start whistling my way out.
Quobbol, are you gonna try and cut this guy's arms?
Yep. Yes, I am.
I'll need a stop check from you. I'm giving you a bonus. I'm lowering the DC because Alexias is distracting right now.
All
With
right.
everything I have, I am distracting.
Great. I'm gonna roll this private. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I rolled slightly wrong, and I'm sorry. I thought it was private and not
you see what it is.
hidden one.
You see what it is, right?
I
No,
did
we
see
can't
what
see
it
it.
is. I did see it. Frank saw it.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
It's private, not blind. Got it.
It was private, not blind. I didn't realize there was a difference.
That's fine. That's fine. Alexias, are you leaving now or leaving Quobbol in there?
I gotta distract this guy, and I gotta trust Quobbol to do his thing. So
Quobbol, this man, the other 3 guards are so distracted by whatever the hell Alexias is doing right now that you quick flick of your wrist. The bonds on the guy's wrist are cut open. Give him a dagger. Keeping dagger. What are you doing?
I'm gonna give him the dagger.
that's my boy.
He takes the dagger, kind of gives you a nod.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the dagger, and then I'm gonna really quickly just do I have to talk when I say this? Yeah, I'm gonna just cast a little guidance on him, just like, hey, you got this.
You're too good for this world.
And then just as Quobbol voice in dwarven body, be like, go get him. And then walk away. Then move off to the side.
So this man quickly cuts the bonds on his feet and slowly rises up into a little bit of a crouch. It seemed like his muscles tensing, and you could tell his muscles just absolutely corded. He's very lean cut. He's just very, very, very long. Even though he's not a big burly guy, it's just one of those almost
But he has muscles.
yeah.
But wait, how muscular is he?
How muscly.
He definitely works out. Let's say that. It works out. He just kind of looks at you and says, "Are you breaking out?" And he quickly moves to another one of those guards. Not one of the guards, another one of the dwarves. He quickly slices the bonds and a few more. Are you staying in here, Alexias, or?
No, so at this moment, I want to try something else.
Sure.
Right. I want to, as I'm kind of walking out, making a scene, when I go, oh, wait, which stable is this? Is this stable A or stable B? It's stable B, isn't it? I was supposed to take him to stable A. Sorry, mate.
I'm going to have you make another deception check on that.
Absolutely.
Well, you see the guards, as you said, that they're kind of looking at each other I thought there was only one stable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that might be a thing. So is this a straight deception, or do you want me to do impersonate again, or lie?
Lie.
Okay, and this I'm assuming be blind.
We're gonna have to kill all of them.
No.
Each other. One of them says, "I thought there was only one stable." The other one's well, I didn't really get a chance to walk around much. I guess there must be another one.
That's why I'm going to slap him on the shoulder and be like, "That's what I thought too, mate. But there's a stable A and a stable B. Do you know that?"
Okay.
So, sorry, everybody. Sorry. I'm going to go run back over. I'm going to grab Quobbol right by the bonds and just drag him out. It's off to stable A with him then. Sorry about that. Sorry, sir. Sorry. Good day.
You quickly head out, saying your apologies. You see these guards just kind of looking at each other in confusion. I swear there was only one stable. Fuck. I really honestly thought there was just one stable.
No, and then we disappeared.
Maybe there's 3. I don't know. And the voices kind of shift. I think you were all kind of listening. Most of the voices are muffled, so you can't really hear. I would say Vinny probably couldn't make out all of that. So, you're in pretty good ears, Vinny. But everyone else, right, rejoin your group.
Great, excellent. Yeah, rejoin the group. Shake that out. Okay. So there are a lot of Genorans in there, and we essentially gave them the means to help themselves. But we should go now.
Yeah. Let's go.
They don't need any additional help?
No. They have a member of the Cryptea. No, they will be just fine.
The what?
The what?
Uh-huh.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, one of them didn't have shoes.
Shh.
We need to go.
We can talk about it later.
So
I-
it was a formal event.
Brilliant. As we are kind of sneaking away, though, I do want to turn to Quobbol, just like really quick, just for a second, for the two of us, and say thank you.
Of course.
No, I thank you. Really. You did not have to do that, and you did, and I appreciate it. Okay.
I did need to do it though.
Cigarette for you. Put it in your pocket. Let's go.
Oh. And Quobbol is
Can I
gonna take it because he's too polite not to.
That's what I love about Quobbol.
Is there any way, GM, that I can not hear the interaction because I want to respect their privacy, but just see that there's like an affectionate exchange and get like a little like, I think Vinny would be like, Alexias calls me his boy. Like,
Oh no.
like a little
I think that'd be fine
jealousy,
enough. Yeah.
just a little jealousy moment for Vinny to be like,
There can be multiple boys. I don't sound like that, do I?
Minors, not children.
I know it's not children.
You all continue on. I
Thank you all
think
for letting me do that.
After about 10 minutes, like as you're walking through, you hear the sound of someone shouting from where you came from.
About that time too is when the
Fine.
potion would wear off, so like the dwarf would turn back into a frog.
And Quobbol is sad because he's now 3 inches shorter.
Oh, God.
I would say I imagine like the potion when it kind of wears off, it's just like little bits of time. Maybe just for a brief moment, there's the four guys. This dwarf. That's the first thing that reappears.
Oh.
Everything else just sort of shifts around.
So it like shifts. It's not like the disguise like slops off of us or anything.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't like sloth. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
I'll continue on making your way towards the lighthouse best you can. I'm going to ask for one final stop check. Wait, yes, I think Beanie wants to say something first.
Oh, we're planning out the guidances and the insight, right?
Yeah.
So you gave it to me, so I'm immune to yours.
So I'm gonna give a guidance to Emmanuel.
Okay. And I'll give touch of insight to Sanai. And then I'll cast guidance on myself.
Yes.
So that should be it.
Okay. Why don't all of you go ahead and roll your stealth checks?
It's gonna be.
As you were doing this, preparing to like kind of put stuff, you hear the sounds of an alarm bell chiming out in the distance.
Nothing to do with us.
All right, let me see the new DC.
Oh, there it is.
That's a good. That's good.
No alarm bell over there, away from us. We're
Oh
going
Exactly.
no!
We're
That's the
going
wrong
this
one.
Sanai, I meant to delete that, but
Oops. Oh, yeah.
no, we'll keep it. It was bad. It was still bad, so we'll keep it. So, Vinny, would you like to hear a point you roll?
Yep.
Oh, it's supposed to be blinded. I didn't know that. I can't hear that.
Way better, Vinny.
Thank you, GM, for being nice and telling us when it's bad.
It might not be. It might be good, and he's using us to get rid of our hero points.
That's okay. We haven't been able to use a lot of them.
That's
Yeah,
true.
come on.
I have
Use
a
them up.
bonus. There's a bonus help.
Double check. Who had the guidance? It was Emmanuel and Vinny, right?
Yes.
And I had touch of insight.
Cool. All right. 4 failed stealth rolls on that one.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
4? Well, there's an alarm going on. Maybe the DC's lower.
There's an alarm begins to ring, and it goes.
I would argue the DC should be higher because there's an alarm going off.
Shut up!
I have a
Absolutely
question.
was high.
It's not by us. It's over there. So
Okay.
Alarm is blasting off through the entire fort. It's just like one alarm goes off, then another one follows as it's going to send a signal throughout the entire fort.
Ah,
DC was high up because of that.
Yeah.
baskets.
While making your way, rushing as best you can, trying to stay as hidden, you do reach the lighthouse. As you do, you see it is probably at this point, because you've been traveling through the mines and everything, it's probably late afternoon at this point. The sun is probably midway through its descent, so still a few hours before it reaches dusk. But the lamps and the lanterns, yes. Vinny, you were going to say something?
I was gonna say, so are the stars out now, or some of them, some of those big ones?
Yeah, I would say so. They're starting to appear in your peripheral vision.
Great.
You do see there are some. Yes, no, yeah. You do see that there are you reach the lighthouse, and the light is just kind of slowly spinning around. It's not spinning around; it's going like back and forth. Because it doesn't need to go like over the land part, just sea part. So it's just a good 180 degrees going back and forth. There are several guards that are kind of milling around outside, but they are on high alert because of the alarms.
Sure.
Who rolled the worst here? They immediately clock Emmanuel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I tried my best.
No, you've been
No.
so good. this
Honestly,
whole time.
we've done
Yeah.
so well the whole
You've done
time.
so good,
Yeah.
Emmanuel.
Then they clock Sanai and Vincent
Oh, no.
Oh, beans.
And Vinny? Oh.
and
Oh.
Dahlia.
Oh shoot!
Oh, he did say
I'm
4.
good at this.
One of our stealthers.
Alexias
I don't know
and
what to tell
Quobbol
you.
were a little behind the rest of the group having that little shared connection. I don't clock them. Everyone else.
It's because of
That's
our
fine.
shared connection.
As this happens, you see the guards like immediately. One of them looks to the lighthouse behind them and says, "It's intruders! Draw your weapons!" And the weapons begin to draw. And at this point, we are going to have to jump into initiative.
Let's go.
Unfortunately.
Hey, we
Before
can,
me-
I believe,
yeah,
roll
Vinny,
stealth
but-
for initiative
Vinny,
if
yeah.
we want.
The first, immediately Vinny wants to like look around and be like, where are they? To try to.
If you would like, you know what, I would do this. Let me actually don't know. Hold on. Let me
That
bring you
would be
onto the map
interesting.
before you roll initiative first.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Benny, if you would like to try and say where are they, I'll let you roll a deception check. It's going to be an incredibly high DC. I'll tell you what it is right now. It's incredibly high DC for this. It is a 29. Good luck.
Great. I don't think that's even possible with my deception.
You can
but-
roll a nat 20.
Bicep fucked me over 4. Let's see what happens.
Okay,
Yeah, you
deception.
can
I don't
not-
think
You
I
can
even.
do
if I-
it. You can
Crit, baby.
do it.
Nat 20. That's half of a nat 20. Does that do
Hold
anything for
Hold on. I have something for this.
Ooh.
Oh, you do.
I have sing your praises. As Vinny says that, and it looks like maybe they're not going to say anything. Goodfellow's going to
I
like turn around and say,
apologize, but you cannot use that on Vinny because you already did earlier. It's only for the day.
You did
and
last,
you
yeah,
used it
last time.
last
"Ah,
session.
shit." Well, I tried. Then never mind.
It's still good though.
Eee.
So can we use can we do stealth for this?
I will
initiative?
say this. You can use stealth. You can use perception. Vinny, if you want, you can use deception for your initiative.
I don't want to do that.
All right. But go ahead and roll your initiative. Emmanuel, I'll use your 25 for you.
Thank you. Can we move ourselves a little bit on this map, or are we starting where we're starting?
Richard, was that offer for everyone or just for Alexias?
Should be for everyone. Only Vinny can use deception, but we could use stealth or
Yeah.
perception.
Everybody was stealthing, so stealth is an option for your initiative. Vinny is the only one who can do the deception because he was the only one actively lying.
Well, I don't know if I was lying. It was kind of like
Yeah.
like
It was kind of unclear.
Hey, Richard, that was a lot of dice.
Alright.
That was a lot of D20s you rolled there.
Looks like we are all beginning. You rolled really hard.
I wouldn't
Dahlia.
worry about it. I wouldn't worry about
Nobody
that.
crit,
Fine.
so
It's all fine.
Richard,
Not.
Richard, before
Yes.
we begin, are we able to move ourselves around, or is this the current composition that we're saying we are starting
No,
as?
let me actually adjust, cause I believe Emmanuel, you'll probably almost always be in the front.
Yes, sir.
Benny,
Quobbol
watch
and I are
over
in the back.
there. Alexias and Quobbol back here. Nagafar wouldn't be out, right?
I don't think. Yeah, because the last time we pulled him out was for distractions. So I'll pull him out.
Is that composition okay for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Works for me.
Think so.
Can I be behind Dahlia?
We don't get a lot of cover, but
Richard, the treat wounds immunity should be off because it's only an hour.
Yeah,
And we've been walking through the cave for more than that.
Yeah.
it should be off for everybody, I think.
Yeah, I took mine off as well.
All right, with that, Dahlia.
I don't know how to
It is
take
your
mine
turn.
off.
You can right-click the button if you have that option.
So my dinosaur can move with me, same before me.
I can
Yes.
move for you, yeah.
Yeah, great, because we're gonna flank this dude then. And I think he probably has enough. Even if he couldn't go all the way
Let me
through.
actually
he has-
describe a little bit of this terrain right now, actually, before we go any further.
Yeah.
So you do see some barrels that are over there.
Mhm.
Are they the explodey kind?
They look to be more barrels that you saw in the cavern. Definitely looks have like almost unrefined material spilling out. This definitely looks more refined, so probably wouldn't be as devastating of an explosion. But
But still
it wouldn't
explode.
it wouldn't require impact. You would absolutely have to blow it up, fire or some other shit. There is a ramp that's kind of leads down to like the bay it was, and you could see like a little small Denoran ship with 2 people over there. You could see the tower up ahead of you as well. So 0 feet is sea level. Where you are right now is a good 40 feet above sea level. You all have a good line of sight to the people that are down by the ship. They don't have a good line of sight on you just because of the way angles work. But makes sense for me. So with that being said, Dahlia, you can go ahead and move your little robot dinosaur that you haven't named yet to blank.
I don't know his name yet. Nothing's coming to me. Lockheed is very funny, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he has enough to get around this guy, even if I have to go around the barrels. He's got 50 feet of movement. So if I can get him around the back, I will. And he can be within 10 feet to count for flanking, I think. So get up there, little dino.
That should
Get
show
going.
this.
Let's see. Get him up there.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to move. Oh, shoot. I've only got the 25. Okay. That's going to be 30. That's going to be 25. Well, maybe I won't get the flanking bonus, but that's fine. I can still at least stab a guy.
So
annoying.
I believe the way your support benefit works is it counts as being space of your choice within 10 feet.
Yeah.
Determining you and your companion
So
of
it
flanking.
still works?
So it could technically count as being right over there if you wanted to.
Yes,
So
please.
you are technically flanking.
Love to flank this man.
I'll put off guard on him.
Love to flank. Okay, let's hit. Come on, baby. Big money. Not
That
bad.
hits.
Damage him.
Nice.
Sneak attack. That's 12 points.
Ooh.
All right, I should ask, lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal. I guess, yeah. Because
Wait,
Emmanuel's
lethal?
right here, and they are non-lethal. We're
Non-lethal.
gonna be
Oh,
nice. These guys are.
Do what you want to do. It's fine. I'll just complain.
Yeah, they're still, you know,
People.
people.
You quickly sprint up and you quick draw your rapier, plunge it right into him. He just looks what the? He's like in the middle of drawing his blade as this dinosaur whips around him. His eyes are tracking that. What the? And then you just stab him right in the back.
Nice.
Let's out the
Nice.
scream of pain. I believe that's all three. You moved your dinosaur.
Moved my dino. I moved, and then yeah, I staved.
Up. Alrighty, Alexias, you are next up.
Sweet. I am going to first off. Like it's near death. I am going to pop exploit vulnerability on this guy.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna actually draw this wall a little bit further.
I'm going to hero point that.
That is it's a success.
Excellent. He has no weaknesses. So I'll obviously personal antithesis. I think. Oh, can I not see him now?
You can see him. Oh, I know what I did. Let me fix that. There's a terrain modification I made, but
Modifying me.
There.
Okay, great. 75 feet. Okay, cool. Then I am going to. I think. Hold on one second. I gotta check a thing really quickly. That is a 60-foot range. Talk to me about range increments in Pathfinder. So if
you suffer -2 penalty for every range increment. So if it's like 60 feet, nothing
Anything
for 60, -2 next 60, -4 next 60, and you can go up to 10.
Got it. Okay, cool. Not worth it right now then. So instead, I am going to pop another thing that I have, which is I'm going to pull out, use 2 actions to pull out and consume my mist form elixir, which will make me concealed for 3 rounds.
Nice.
So I'm going to like reach into my like leather armor vest thing, pop out a vial, take it, and then I have faint mist that starts to emanate from my skin and conceal me.
Okay. Let me actually make this 3 rounds. I'm trying to remember. Make sure that worked. Okay. You pop that, use it. This turn a bit mysterious, and that's all 3 of your actions, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, because you succeeded, do you want to know, like?
Oh yeah, well,
saves
because
or-
he doesn't have a thing. Oh yeah, can I get his lowest save?
all of us saves are equally bad.
Fantastic, I love that.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, up next is going to be. You see a door open over here, and this other person steps out. He looks to have be wearing the robes of some sort to come out over here. So 1 action, 2 actions. Actually, that's going to be all 3 actions just to get out here. And actually, because of that, he's not going to. He's going to see this and then quickly step to the side to give himself some cover. And then it's going to be Emmanuel's turn.
Okay. This fellow is super hurt already. The way up here, there is a ramp to the upper platform that leads to the lighthouse. So the guys on the boat here, they would have a bit of a disadvantage in actually reaching us if we were on this side. Okay, cool. Then as the slowest person and knowing that we want to kind of get to the sea gate controls, I'm going to book it. Let me actually do this mathed out. 20 feet there. We can get 35, 40 feet here. I'm actually going to say 40 feet there. And then I can go another 20 feet. So I can get all the way. Wah. And I'm just moving and saying, I'm going to go forward. And just kind of sprint, sounding like a thunderfall of just cats and dogs as I'm sprinting. And that is my turn.
Okay.
Cats and dogs.
This one's saying there, so I think the first thing he's going to do is draw his crossbow. He does not have a good line of sight on any of you, so he's going to have to come up this way.
Yep.
30. Wait, what was the speed? Speed's 25, so 30, 40, 50.
Come on, man.
Gotcha.
Hurt me.
That's where he would be able to go. That's all he can do. Actually, no, he drawed his crossbow, so he has to go back 25 feet. There we go. Vincent.
Okay. I think I am going to. Okay. I think I'm going to cast spiritual weapon.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, I think so.
What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Yeah, I think it would be my grandmother's weapon of choice is what I would pick. And I think it would be a light hammer. But really, it would look kind of jagged and rustic on the top, but the handle of it would have like runes of our tribe carved into it.
Okay. Alrighty, let me see if I can just pop up a quick hammer so we can keep track of where the hell this thing is.
Okay.
Where do you want to pop it up at?
I'll start with I'll do
It can be within 30 feet of you, 120 feet. Oh, wow. So it could be wherever the hell you want it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll put it to this most far guy. Can you see where I'm clicking, Richard?
If you hold down, it should ping.
Oh, there it goes. Thank you. I was
there we go.
clicking.
I moved it over there so we can check where it is. So go ahead. And make sure that's 120 feet from you. It should be. Yep. More than can do that. That is a 21. I think you forgot to target, but that is a hit.
Sorry. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
It's a
This
nice
guy
hit.
just takes his hammer blow right into the face before he can even do anything. He's just like, he was leaning up against the back wall, like looking like a cool guy.
Like
having
cool
another
guy.
like duster or something. And he's all come out. One of his guys just gets like stabbed in the back, puts some forth. All of a sudden, this hammer materializes in front of him and just cracks him across the face. His teeth just go flying out. I was like, what the fuck? And you have one more action, I believe.
I do, because it takes 2 to cast that. So, I thought attacking was also part of it. Okay. Can I attack with it again? Or would that cost, is it 2 every time?
Attacking is part of it. Let me
You can sustain an
You can
attack
only-
again, I believe. Is that not correct?
next round, you can only sustain once a round, so next round you'll be able to use it again. So
My
Okay, cool.
apologies.
I've just never done one of those before.
no worries.
go, I think I will. How far? Emmanuel got far. Dang.
I went 60 feet, but that's at like doing nothing else, and I'm not going to be moving. Well, I can't say that in character. Sorry.
If I go here, Richard,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, it's not behind these barrels opposite to this guy, would that give me cover?
Would it give you cover? Yeah, I think it would give you cover both from this guy because you'll still be behind these barrels and that. Yeah.
If I go, okay. That's where I want to go then.
Cool. All right. So you quickly cast the same at Quaction's guy, and it is now his turn. He's going to just like try and swipe the hammer in his hand, so he's going to draw his weapon first. Actually, it's a halberd, so it's already drawn, so he's just grabbing it. That's his big long weapon, and he's going to come charging up. His speed is 25. Doesn't have anything good he can do. He's going to come charging up. 25. 15, which should get him right over there, which should actually put him within range of Emmanuel. As he kind of like comes charging up, he sees this giant orc next to him, and he takes his halberd and whips it around. And we will do an attack on you, Emmanuel, with the halberd.
That's fair.
That is going to hit you
Aw.
for 9 points of damage. It kind of sweeps at you, cuts into your side. That's all you can do this round.
It is not showing me that, so let me refresh.
Oh, do I have it blind?
It might be blind.
I do.
Okay. Well, I'm loading back in, but I'll take that 9 damage when I can. Unfortunately, I
There we
did not
go.
raise my shield, so I cannot
There we
block
go.
it through this round.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, you should be able to take the damage now. This one, seeing you come charging, is going to one action draw his crossbow. The second action is going to be fire at you, Emmanuel, because you're right there.
Yep.
It's going to fire his
You
crossbow.
applied 18 damage to me for some reason, so I'm gonna heal back 6 of that.
Six? Don't you mean 9?
Yep, that's what I meant. 9. Thank you.
I want to make sure you have your health.
I'm made of HP. I'll never die. It's fine.
Hey,
Mm,
hey, knock it off.
Final action is going to be to reload.
Yes,
Quobbol.
Captain.
Stop it with that hubris.
Yeah, we still have to fight a Fey Queen later, so
Oh, she's a Duchess. It's fine.
she's got a Kraken. Yeah.
Not on the lands, man. Come on.
Hey, we don't know what she got on land.
That's true.
I have a question.
Sure.
So we saw one guy at this door here.
Yeah.
And he like went
Opened
and
the
hid
door and
behind
it's
it.
like, dots back inside.
But he looked like he had like a robe on, so he's like probably.
He looks like
spell-
more like Druidic robes and like this heavy beard and hood.
Oh no!
Great, awesome. I don't want any of that. Am I still hidden? Am I still like sneaky?
Oh, I would say, yeah. I think you and Alexias were hidden.
Sneaky guy.
So,
Great. Can I continue being a sneaky guy and move
Sure.
forward?
if you
like,
want to sneak, you can move half the speed.
half my speed. Great. That's all. That's good. Actually, let me just double check the length that I need this to be. I need to be great. I can move half my speed and be just fine. So I'm gonna do that. So Quobble's gonna sneak up there as his first action, and then his second action, he's gonna pull out. Oh, that's Naglfar's. 1 second. He is going to pull out his golden icon of Urim.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just make a wall of stone in front of that door.
The one we're
okay.
trying to go into?
Well, yeah, but we want to block the magic guy.
No,
from
sure,
there.
sure. I feel the
Yeah.
magic. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
also
We
you can
gotta
also
beat
take
these
that
guys.
down, I believe.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can take it down later.
Perfect.
But
That's
like
all
for
right.
right now,
That's like
I want to block the reinforcements from coming outside,
Sure.
so we can take them one at a time. So we're not
Under-
dealing with getting spells rained on us at the
Awesome.
same time.
Awesome move, Frank. Thank you so much.
Yeah, do not listen to me. I don't know what.
And then I have a question. So I got 15 feet of wall to work with here, and it's only a 5-foot door. Can I like fold the wall in like a zigzag pattern so it just like really covers that spot?
Yeah. Does that work? Can you see the wall I put up there?
Yeah.
I'll make it a little smaller.
Yeah. I just really want to like make that wall real thick in front of that
Got it.
door.
Orange.
And then I have one more
Orange.
action. I think I'm just gonna continue stealthily moving a little forward. Just being a little guy. Whoa.
I actually want to check your inventory. I want to see. That was one spray. Okay, great.
Yeah, it,
Alright,
yeah,
so
it's once per
you-
day.
A wall just suddenly appears in front. There was like a loud, shouted curse from behind the wall.
Good.
That's all you can do, I believe.
Good call.
Yep,
Good
yeah,
call.
that's everything.
Nice call, Quobbol. Manage our battles.
Yeah. We don't want too many enemies
Thing's
all
gonna
at once.
Wake up.
Right.
Look over here. That's all it can do.
What is that?
Hey,
And then
hey, what
Hey,
is
what-
that?
What is? I
that?
see some sort of flying
Up
monkey
at the higher
thing in the
levels-
initiative.
Up at the higher levels of this tower, you see that there's a lighthouse, so there are like
Oh,
open spaces over.
no. Flying
You
monkey.
see a woman kind of step forward wearing like these very simple like clothes, sort of, and she begins like weaving her hands and gesture. She's going to cast. What does she want to cast on y'all? I mean, it's going to be Emmanuel, so
No.
Mage is going to cast. Yeah.
Power word kill.
Jesus Christ.
120 feet.
Advanced diabetes.
Force
Jesus.
barrage on Emmanuel. So it's only going to be 2 though, because she had to move into the window.
Okay.
Is it like Pokemon where it's a really bad move, or is it like a really good one?
So Emmanuel, you're kind of standing there, and all of a sudden these 2 glowing green bolts of force streak down from the top of the tower, blast into your chest.
Perfect.
That is 3 and 2, and there's that visible to everyone. Yep, but it's not.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
There we go. Why is this all invisible? I don't know.
3
Oh, I
and
know why it's not
2.
invisible. No.
All righty.
That's all she can do. This patrolman is just got something like, seeing this happen is going to get stabbed right in the back. He was going to turn to you, Dahlia, and draw his blade, his long sword. He's going to shout like, "Warrior!" and immediately slash at you twice. The first one is going to miss you, and the second one, I believe, the penalty just misses. That's all he can do. This one has got a long one.
Love that for him.
It's 1 move. 2 moves, and he will draw his crossbow at this point. And then this final patrolman is over here. Draw. It was 30 feet, so move there. Draw. I think he's gonna really quickly duck behind here. Take cover. That We shift to Sanai. What would you like to do, Sanai?
I think I am just going to move. Yeah, just get first thing's gonna be the 30 feet. Well, I can't stand in the same square, so oh wait, no, that's fine. Can go right there. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna move back here. And then I'm gonna take my second 30 feet. 20. I'll move right there. 20, and then actually I'll move 25. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to do what's that called? Shield.
Okay.
And that'll be what I'm gonna do. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. That'll be it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast a shield so you can drag that effect onto your sheet, so we don't forget.
Mhm.
The Sanai races forward as all of these guards and patrolmen are just starting to get their feet under them. And figuring out to try and stop this invasion. This invasion, if you would, of all of you. I think this is where we're gonna have to end the session for the day.
Aw.
Oh no!
It's 9 o'clock. We've gone 3 hours, so I think we're good. We'll finish this up in 2 weeks. We will see you all in 2 weeks' chat. So thank you for joining us. We hope to see you in 2 weeks. And remember, see you this next weekend. Come see us. I'll be speaking on the panel there. I believe AJ will be there as well, I think. Running some games.
Yep.
So check us out. Alright. So goodbye, chat. Have a good week.
Bye bye.